Ladies and gentlemen, contest number 1 is 4 3-minute rounds of boxing in the super middleweight division. Introducing to you firstly, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the black glove shorts trimmed with grey. At the weight he scaled 11 stone 11 pounds, hailing from Bristol, presenting Louis Poetsch van Poetsch. And opposing him, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the white colour shorts, trimmed with the blue and black spangled effect. At the weight he scaled 11 stone 12 pounds. The pride of Wigan, here is Connelly. Timekeeper at the bell, Burnley's Gary Grennan. Star referee in charge of the action, the world-class Mr. Howard Foster from Doncaster. 4 3-minute rounds.
Okay, lads, spelled all the rules, keep it clean, break straight away from top of the punch, heads in close, but not too well, too close. Good luck.
And as Michael Pass said, we've got the experienced Howard Foster in there. I was talking to Howard briefly at ringside, always a pleasure to see him. He gets a bit of stick sometimes for his stoppages, but I think for my money he's the best referee around.
I've said for a long time Howard is a great ref, very fair, and you know what, I'd rather see a stoppage 2 seconds too early than 2 seconds too late, Terry.
And to be fair to Howard, he always has a look, he always lets the boxers know that he's there having a look to look after their safety, so sometimes the boxers have to take responsibility, don't they, and just fire away.
That's exactly right.
Nice little composed start here by Casey. He's flicked out a couple of jabs, nice jab to the pit of the stomach as well, so he looks like he's, like you said, John, he's learned the lessons from the first encounter and looks like he's trying to put those into a play.
Yeah, he's putting his shots in different places, which is against someone as experienced and as tough as Poetsch. You can't just headhunt, he's trying to touch up, touch down. Let's see how he goes from there, because if he keeps working up and down, that's the correct way to go about it, and he's done it again.
And looking at Poetsch's immediate record, he's not got 2 or 3 fights lined up as he usually is. Maybe he's having a couple of weeks off before Christmas, Poetsch.
He's probably just going to hope to get one more before Christmas. And no, do you know what? He's not. He's going away on the 15th. So yeah, this is his last fight before Christmas, so we might see a little bit more of a go out of him.
Yeah, and he's going away on holiday, a well-deserved one after all the effort he's putting on the road this year.
Richest man in the building, he's got more money than Steve Woods, he has.
Yeah, he always pops up Poetsch, doesn't he, and he always gives it a good go, and like you say, he might, with him going on holiday, last fight of the year, he might give it a real good go as this one progresses.
Oh, Poetsch can upset the apple cart. He came down to a show in Birmingham to box a lad who'd had one fight and won it, one of ours. A good kid called Jordan Lynch. Jordan come out firing from the southpaw stance. Put him over in the first round and took his unbeaten record. So when Poetsch's in the mood, he's he's no mug. He knows what he's doing. You don't have that many fights without being able to fight.
And without any disrespect to someone like Poetsch, what is it like when someone loses to an opponent that has been brought in to lose a fight? Is it an hard job for you as a trainer to get them back up mentally and get the confidence back?
Do you know what? It's more of a kind of stop looking at box rec and thinking a record means something. These guys can fight. Treat everyone with the same respect. So I always take a positive lesson out of it. I never say, oh, that's bad, all this. I say, right, you've now realised that everyone can fight, everyone can do it. Let's fight better so it can't happen again. And like I say, someone like Poetsch, he knows how to fight. And really impressed there. He's putting his shots together nice.
Yeah, I was going to say then, Casey, he's opening up on the ropes. He's firing two-fisted combinations. He's landed a couple of shots to the body as well. So as you say, he's learned the lessons and he's putting them into effect in this fight.
He's not rushing though. He's not rushing. He's kind of working it over and looking for the openings. He's looking good in his first couple of minutes.
A good jab there as well to finish the round out. He's looked relaxed and sharp, hasn't he, so far?
Yeah. Oh, nice left hook off Poetsch there.
Yeah, just a little warning sign there, wasn't there, towards the end of the round, just to let him know that he's still in there.
When a kid's firing nice shots, you have to put something on him. Oh, that was a lovely left hook to the body from Casey.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice seeing him mixing the body and the head. I think from the fights we've seen of Casey so far, he's only a couple of fights into his pro career, but like you said, it looks like he's doing a good job of learning on the job.
He's very relaxed and, he's taking his time, he's mixing up head and body. Copped a little one back towards the end of the round. Just Poetsch let him know that he's still firing, so he can't just let his hands go without thinking.
And you say people look at Poetsch and they get deceived by these fights records. Obviously, Poetsch has not won since last year when he beat Darren Murray in November of last year. But you can't go off Poetsch, can you, on paper?
Of course not. A lad who's been on VIP recently, Brett Fido. A lot of people look at his record and they think, oh, it's a comfortable win. He's unbeaten in his last 5 because he's put his mind to it. And Poetsch is the same with the camp and getting down in weight. Poetsch can pull off a lot more upsets, but he's boxing out of his weight division. He knows what he's doing.
And as you say, he's in good form at the minute, Fido, isn't there?
Yeah, really good form. It just shows these lads on the road what they can do when they get a bit of notice and a bit of training. And, you know, they're all... You have to be good to have 70, 80, 90 fights. You have to be good. Don't worry about the record. Worry about what they can do.
And they seem a bit different than the likes of Peter Buckley in the past, who was very much defensively minded, the Nobbins type fighters. You think the journeymen have realised that they have to start putting a bit out there now?
Well, to be fair, the board have got a little bit stricter. And remember, Peter was like that in the later part of his career. Early on, he won 2 area titles. And then as he got older, he was just kind of like, well, I've had my belts, I've had a bit of glory. Oh, he's working Poetsch. I see Poetsch put a nice right hand in there. He's realised he's got to fight back, because otherwise Casey's going to be all over him.
Yeah, and it looks like he's trying to make a bit of a dogfight out of it, isn't there?
I think he's realised that he's got to give him something to think about, because Casey looks like he means business tonight.
And as you were saying, John, I mean, it's good that the board have kind of got more involved now in putting on fights of this nature, maybe talking to the opponents about what they expect.
Well, they're just pulling him in and saying, you know, they've got to put a bit more in here and there, and, you know, he just keeps people on the... Yeah, I think Poetsch's realised he's got to throw a few big shots back to keep Casey thinking. He tried the left hook again there, but he didn't land.
Yeah, and he really winged that left hook in there.
Yeah.
If he would have landed, it would have been a really decent shot from him.
See, now Casey's boxing a bit now, which is the smart thing to do, being the bigger lad. Pick your spots, don't just try and force them.
Yeah, he won that first round at a canter. He's not thrown as many punches in this second round, but as you say, when he's got shots coming back in the other direction, he's got a little bit to think about now, hasn't there?
Yeah.
And you want to order a little bit back for round 3 and 4, because if Poetsch is going to be going on holiday on the 15th, he's going to put everything into those 6 minutes, isn't there?
Probably the last round you'll probably see a big effort, I think. See, you can see Poetsch's looking for that right hand over the top. He's bringing his left hand a little bit low.
And nice left hook there, as you were saying before, John, a little clipping one to the temple, so Casey's really got to put it on him now.
Just got to pull his left hand back a bit higher. He's throwing lovely offensive stuff, just pulling the left hand back a little bit low, and that's why the right hand's being looked for.
And that's what you can work on in fights like this, isn't
That's what
it,
it's
John?
for. It's perfect practice.
Because everyone's got their own individual style of defending themselves, but you don't want to be going into 10, 15 fights and have those defensive lapses that are going to come and back and bite you at championship level.
Yeah, you don't want the real big punchers suddenly telling you that your left hand's a touch low. Let these guys educate you and become a better fighter in these kind of fights. See there, the left hand, it come back a little bit low.
And he doubled up on it, didn't he, that time, tried to put the right hand behind it, but like you say, he needs to be bringing it up a little bit higher so he's not putting himself at risk of taking the counter right hand.
Yeah, and that's why Poetsch is looking for it.
Good attempt at some body work there by Casey. Nice to see him mixing his punches up, and he seems to have that little timer in his head, Casey, when to start throwing punches towards the end of the round, which is good to see.
Do you know what? There's a lot to like. He puts them together nicely. He doesn't rush. He's using the jab. I'd like to see it a little bit higher. It's quite a mature performance, and you could think he might want to rush because he's boxed Poetsch before and he wants to do more. But no, he's just working at his own pace. There's a lot to like with what Casey's doing tonight.
Yeah, he seems quite mature as well, doesn't he, for his, a little bit beyond his years in terms of his temperament in the ring and how he goes about it.
Yeah, he's boxing impressively. I like what I'm seeing. But you know what, Poetsch's got a little bit of venom in his shot tonight. I don't know whether he's trying to go on holiday with a sneaky win or something, but he's letting his hands go a bit more than usual.
Yeah, and if he was to pinch a win on this one, then he knows in the new year he'd be possibly looking at a rematch as well, and he's always going to have to work Poetsch, but if you can get a few wins under his belt, then he'll bring him back for the rematch, and it's more money for his pocket.
Might get a 6-rounder then, even more money.
Yeah, I mean, I know some fighters who used to detest doing the 4-rounders. Alex Matvienko most notably really didn't like it, and some fighters are absolutely love getting to that 6-round level, don't they, because there's more margin for error and they can be a bit more expansive.
Well, once you're in the 6-round level, you're talking about going to 8, and once you're doing 8, you're talking about an area or an English title. So it's all about progression, and real fighters want to progress.
And we forget with Casey, he's only 21 years of age, so he's got a lot of learning and a lot of maturing to do as well.
Nice jab by Poetsch there, in case he come back with 2 good hooks. I don't think he liked the jab.
Up and Poetsch tries it again there. Johnny must be listening to you. surprisingly good upper body movement as well, Poetsch, hasn't he? Imagine that's why he's had the longevity in terms of being an opponent and taking all these fights.
You got to remember, Poetsch's really like a welterweight. You know, he boxed at light welter when he was up against the likes of Curtis Woodhouse and that. So even though he's got a bit of weight on him that he doesn't need, he's going to have naturally quicker upper body movement. So, and he's a smaller target. So that's if he doesn't move his head, he'd have a short career. So, like I say, he's trying to let his hands go. Casey seems to have dropped the pace a little bit this round, just as he lands a big right hand to shut me up.
Yeah, as you say, he landed that right hand, but the pace has definitely dipped a little bit. He's sweating quite a lot as well, so he's obviously put a lot of energy into those first 2 rounds, and as you say, Poetsch is giving him a lot to think of, and he can't have a moment's rest in there. And it's quite a physical fight from Poetsch as well, isn't it, when they get inside?
Yeah, well, he's an handful, Poetsch. He knows his way around. That's nice. Just speed him up a bit. He doesn't need to look for the big shots against someone that experienced. Just speed him up, let the speed be the power.
And that was a factor as we saw in the first round, wasn't
Another
it? When
little
he was going
left
to the
hook
body and
landed
head.
there again. Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see more of that in towards the end of this third round and in the fourth round as well, so we can close the fight the way he opened it. But it's nice to see someone like Casey at this point in his career. He takes a jab and a right
There you go,
hand.
that right hand landed again. He landed again. Sneaky right hand.
A little sneaky left hook in there as you were talking as well.
Got to be careful about that.
He's going for it then, Poetsch, isn't he? You should say, in this last round might be an interesting one.
When you get an experienced guy who keeps throwing a certain shot, it's because he's seen something and he keeps throwing that right hand. That's a lesson for Casey. Shut that gap because he's seen it. He's telling you he's seen it by throwing it.
And that'd be something for Casey to take away from this fight, won't it? Something for him and his team to have a look at.
There's always something to take away from fights, always. And the jab lands again. Better round for Poetsch. This could be an even round, maybe. Oh, there you go again.
And then the first, say, right hand left up to the body there as well. I'm inclined to tip towards Poetsch in this round based on the work he's put in the last minute or so.
And there you go, right hand again. He's giving it a real go this round. I think you was right at the start, Terry, when you said he'd save his best stuff. Do you know what? I think you're right, Terry. I think Poetsch might have just nicked that round.
Yeah, I think the last minute of the round he landed two fisted attacks. I think for that last minute of the round, if you stripped away all we know about them, you won't be able to say which one was a prospect and which one was brought in to give the rounds.
No, I think Casey might have relaxed a little bit after his good first 2 rounds, and Poetsch maybe stepped it up a touch.
I can see Poetsch's legs jittering away there in the corner. It looks like the adrenaline might be pumping, so he might have a decent last round there, John.
He's excited, he's enjoyed it, he had a good round there. Do you know what? Casey needs to get back to his boxing for the first 2 rounds here, because that could have been Poetsch's round if he lets the same happen again. Richard Farner will be telling him in the corner, go out and give it your all in this round. You was landing your shots. You know, he's a 21-year-old. You've got the physical strength. You might be feeling it. I expect to see Poetsch have a bit of a go this last round, but I think Casey will come out strong to make sure he secures the win.
Yeah, like you said, he needs to see this round through. Obviously I gave Poetsch that last round, but it'll be interesting to see how Howard scored that round, whether they gave it an even round or lean towards Poetsch. It looks like Casey's out now on the front foot behind the jab, so as you say, he'll have been told in the corner, won't he, not to take any risks.
See how he speeded it up rather than looking for the power as well. It was the power that was getting in trouble. Looking for the power didn't do any good. It's just fast stuff that works.
Yeah, and those fast punches have the element of surprise, don't they, as well, and that's where the power comes from.
Well, you can throw plenty of them, and with the guys who are on the road regular, nice jab there from Casey. Made Poetsch miss with the rights and then pop the jab. That's all he's got to do. Use his size, his speed, and his youth.
Nice few defensive moves there by Poetsch. We'll have to start calling him Sugar Ray Poetsch.
Poetsch Pep.
Yeah. But like you say, Connelly's the penny's dropped now with Connelly, hasn't he? He looks like he's going to use those fast punches.
He's got behind his jab. He's got back to boxing. His hands are a bit higher. That third round, you can see he's thought, right, although Poetsch is still winging that right hand.
You spotted it early, John, that he's bringing that left back a little bit low, so Poetsch spotted that and tried to capitalise on it and had a good third round, but he's breathing a little bit heavy now, Poetsch, in this round. But there he goes again with the right hand.
Yeah, there's something to learn for Casey. Like I say, if an experienced road warrior keeps throwing the right hand, there's a reason. He's seen a little gap somewhere.
And as you say, in some cases you're learning more from your opponent in this type of fight than you sometimes are in the gym doing all that technique work. Yeah. This is where you're ironing out the flaws in your game.
He's boxing nicely this round. Poetsch is giving it a go, but Casey's boxing nicely, nice straight. See how he's gone to the speed now and he's much more successful. I think the third, his first 2 round success got him a little bit eager, and that's why he got caught with a few silly shots and maybe drew or give away the round.
Yeah, he won every round against Poetsch last time, so if Poetsch goes away with just 1 round under his belt, he'll have felt he made a little improvement on his last performance.
Do you know what? That could be the case, but also I think Casey has improved as well, because Poetsch's come with a lot more ambition this time. He's throwing that was a lovely body shot, but then look, he comes straight back, which is what you've got to do. You've got to take the play away when they try and nick a few shots.
They get a bit tangled there. They've tangled up a few times, but it's not been a messy fight. I was not really had to step in and do anything.
They're both working. There's no dirtiness.
And I like to see fighters working things out themselves on the inside. I don't like it when they look at the referee. I think it's always a bit of a
you got to learn to fight. There you go. Nice shots, nice right hand.
So coming into the closing stage to this one, Casey Connelly is just closing out with his jab, neat and tidy. I would like to welcome everyone on Facebook who've just joined us with the stream. I hope everyone's doing well and going to have an enjoyable show tonight. But that looks pretty much a done deal for Casey there.
Yeah, 3 rounds to 1, or maybe 3 rounds in an even round. I think Poetsch gave him something to think about in the third, and then he come back and finished strongly. And Poetsch was ambitious tonight. Poetsch was throwing some nice shots, especially the left hook to the body, the right over the top. But yeah, good learning fight for Casey. 40-37, 39-37, I'm not sure. I'll go 40-37, you go 39-37.
Yeah, I've gone 39-37, so be interesting to see how Howard's got it. Obviously, Casey will go away happy with that. He's got the win. His fans will go home happy as well tonight.
And you know what? He showed a lot there. He showed he was picking things up, and also he found a couple of things that he can improve on, which is always good.
2. Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 competitive rounds of boxing, star referee Howard Foster has adjudged this particular contest 39 points to 37 points for your winner. Now undefeated in 4 professional contests, hailing from Wigan, Casey Connelly.
Well called, Terry.
Yeah, for that, like you say, that third round for Poetsch.
Put this microphone up a little bit, please.
Deserved to have that round. So yeah, he put a lot of effort into it.
And your appreciation for the game, gallant and always entertaining Louis Van Poetsch. Safe journey back to Bristol.
So job done there for Casey Connelly. He'll go away happy with that tonight. He's still undefeated as a professional, and there was a lot of promise in that performance, and he goes to 4-0.
Yeah, and he picked up a few things to improve on and showed a lot of maturity.